What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the lab. I'm Izzo, here with weekly lab update number 5. I apologize for missing out on last week's update, but we're back to the regularly scheduled lab program. As promised, in the last update, I've been working on putting together Devlog 19, which is basically a more in-depth look at developing tutorial mode. Then things took a turn and I hit a wall. Little backstory and some insight into how I put together devlogs. I like to render and see how each of the parts of the video are looking before moving on. Sometimes I'll change certain things or even redo a voiceover. And while trying to render a piece, this happened. Basically, it gets stuck on rendering a piece of the video. This happens sometimes and is usually easy to fix. But this time it's not the same circumstance. So I took this as a sign to stop editing and get back to developing. Again, like promised last update, I started adding tutorial mode to the Android port. Then the best thing happened. The tutorial files can't be embedded into the Android port like how they could be in the PC port. No matter what I tried, the game, or rather the INI object, just couldn't find the files. So what does all this mean? Well, it means I must have walked under a ladder or crossed paths with a black cat, because that's a 2-for-1 deal on being roadblocked. But seriously, this happens sometimes, both with editing and development. For the devlog, it'll be delayed while I try to figure out this problem. And for the Android port, it means I have to implement a workaround, and I already have an idea for it. Basically, it'll be a file system that's way different from the PC port. Most likely, it'll have to generate the files needed like on the fly before you even start the game, and then it'll also have to check and update those files as well, based on like the file version or something like that. Well everyone, that's it for this week's update. I'm gonna start trying to fix this mess I've found myself in. So, thanks everyone for tuning in to the weekly update, and I'll see you next week. Have a good one, everyone.